Hey, I saw on the news this morning that we might be all asked to wear masks, possibly in the very near future. Many of us have been using our sewing machines and stockpiles of remnant fabric to sew CDC approved masks for heroes. They look kind of like that, and you can check it out on Instagram. It's hashtag masks for heroes. It's super inspiring, but I know lots of us don't sew, and we definitely don't want to take the surgical masks away from healthcare and first responders who need them. So I've come up with a way that we can all make our own masks at home. No sewing, no special materials or anything. All right, you're going to need a few items. You're going to need an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. It can totally have printing on it or, whatever. A pen, scissors, and a t-shirt. Try to find a 100% cotton one. It'll be, you can see on the tag here, 100% cotton. Sometimes there's a tag here in t-shirts. You need cotton to help filter. No 100% polyester or rayon or synthetic, no silk or cashmere. It's also better if it's not super thin. Just a plain old cotton t-shirt. This is your chance to use those awesome concert t-shirts that maybe don't fit anymore after 2 kids and the quarantine 15, or maybe, you Marie Kondoed yourself out of an extra t-shirt. That's okay. Cut up one that you have, let the mask bring you joy, and buy yourself a new one when you're allowed to run free once more. I've got my 100% cotton Walker Art Center Minnesota Public Radio Rock the Garden volunteer shirt from 2010. It's an awesome music festival. I have cut up the sides already. Here, I cut the front off, and here, and I cut off the sleeves. You don't have to do that, but I felt like the printing that was on the back might be uncomfortable on my face. So I'm going to get rid of all those other parts. The masks need to be at least 2 layers. So I'm going to cut 2 pieces the size of, there we go. All right. Not quite. All right. I'm going to cut 2 pieces the size of this piece of paper. And so we'll get that on there. I'm a type A, so it's going to have to be centered. There we go. But you could totally make it rock. You go this way, or if your t-shirt is not as wide and you need to go this way, just remember that the print will be sideways, which is also cool. All right, so here we go. We're going to use our pen to just mark right on the t-shirt. You're gonna go around the edge. I saw on, I don't know, it was on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, who knows, the term protection, not perfection. And I feel like that's what we're going for here. Protection, not perfection. So just do the best you can here. It does not have to be perfect. There we go. All right. So now we're going to set this piece of paper aside because we do not need that anymore, and the pen. All right, now cut. If your scissors are sharp enough, you can cut through both layers at the same time. If not, if you're just using the, scissors that you use for everything that you've used for everything for 20 years, you may have to take your piece of paper and trace it on a second piece and cut each piece individually. We're just gonna cut that up. There we go. Don't look at my fingernails. I cut them short so that, because you're supposed to, so you can keep them clean. And then with all the hand washing and everything, my hands are so dry. I bet we all feel that way. We're all going to need manicures and hairstyles when this is all over. Okay, there you go. So you've got your 2 pieces. If you had to cut 2 separate pieces, just put them on top of each other. There you go. Next, I'm gonna make sure this is still in, oh yeah. Now we're gonna cut 5 holes about 1 inch, maybe a little less, from each side. The top and the bottom ones should be about, I don't know, about 1/2 inch, maybe a little more from the bottom. So I'm just gonna pinch and snip. Just make sure it goes all the way through. There you go. 1, 2, 3. That go through. Yeah. 4.
Mom, can you please get me a snack?
5. Honey, I'm making a t-shirt mask here. Give me a second. All right, and then we're gonna do the other side. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoop. And one more down here. 5. There we go. All right, so you've got your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, now we're gonna set this aside just for a second. Make sure it went through both sides. Yes. Okay. We're gonna take the part of the t-shirt here. Let's get the other part. And you're gonna cut across. You're gonna find a piece of t-shirt here where it's...
Mommy, can you see this?
Not right now, honey. I'm making a video. Thank you for being patient. Here, we're gonna use the edges here of the t-shirt. What you really need is, well, here. Let's use the back that we didn't use before. Okay. We're gonna cut 2 1-inch pieces across. Again, I wouldn't use the hem because that's a little thick, and these are gonna be the ties. So let's just cut the hem off. And again, protection, not perfection. So we're gonna get rid of that piece. Here we go.
Not really.
Okay. There we go. 1. Okay, and then I'm gonna cut these little bits off here, off the end. There we go. So these are just gonna be your ties. There we go. Okay. Okay, now grab your 2 pieces. Take one of the ties, back in the middle here, one of the ties, and weave it through both pieces of the mask. I'm going to start down. We're in, I don't know about you guys, we're in week 3 of self-quarantining. It's been a lot of together time, which is nice most of the time. Here we go. All right, and you see how we're just weaving through, just like this. There we go. Getting there. Something cool about this t-shirt, the printing actually glows in the dark. So I'm gonna be the coolest nighttime. Not that I go anywhere now, but all right. There we go, like that. We'll do the other side too. Here we go. Up and down. Okay. Now we're gonna bunch the mask up along the ties here. We're just gonna bunch it up. There we go. And it is really, it's starting to look like one of those masks now. Look at that. Okay, now we're gonna tie loose knots in each of the ties and try it on to see if it fits, okay? If you're gonna do it over the ears, kind of like these masks that we've all been making, like that, you can tie it here, like this, right, on each side. If you're gonna tie it around the back of your head, you can do this, you tie it like that, right? And then you put those over your head, put it on. So I'm gonna let you do that. I'm just gonna tie them like this. It's about right there. I don't know how old everybody is, but we used to do this to our t-shirts back in the day. So there we go. Now, when you have this just right and you know it fits, you tried it on, tighten those suckers up, and you've got it. You've got yourself a mask. Check that out. I hope this is helpful. I hope it works for you. Remember, stay home if you can. Wear your mask when you can't, and we're all in this together. Stay safe.